Welcome God of War fans! My name is Shayne Static, and in this God of War Theory video, I will be discussing where is Tyr. Be sure to leave a like if you did enjoy your time here, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future content. Here we go. Well, you have voted, and you shall receive. You have all voted for Tyr to be the subject of this video, and if you did not vote, well, then subscribe, because I do ask my subscribers what they would like to see in upcoming videos. But, back to this one. So Tyr is an interesting character in Norse mythology, which God of War takes a heavy influence on and is the main source of my theories. So Tyr was a very important god for the Norse and Germanic people. Tyr was a war god to these people, but not only just of war, but of justice and of law. Now I know there is a little bit of contradiction there, so let me clear it up a bit, or at least try. So, to the Norse and Germanic people, law and war were not so different as it is now. They were actually kind of interchangeable. War was not only the kind of spill your blood on the battlefield kind of thing, but also could be a decision between two people by the rule of law. This can also be traced back to where a battle between two armies was agreed upon at a certain time and place. So Tyr was a very important god in mythology. In mythology, Tyr is the son of Odin as well as the god of war. But there is a slight contradiction also in mythology. Some sources say Tyr is the son of a giant or Jotun named Hymir. Hymir was a very cruel and angry Jotun, which those qualities was apparently not inherited by Tyr. Not much is known about Tyr's mother, only her divine beauty. His grandmother, however, was a giantess with 900 heads. So imagine that in your head just for a second. Tyr's biggest accomplishment was in the binding of Fenrir. Fenrir was a giant wolf who kind of wreaked havoc throughout the realms. Odin wanted Fenrir locked up or chained in some way. So the gods decided to try to chain Fenrir down with pretty much anything they could get their hands on, and kind of made a game of it for Fenrir to show his strength. But one day they came with a chain made from the dwarves. Fenrir knew there was something wrong with this and said that he would not be chained unless someone was brave enough to place their hand in his mouth. The only one brave enough was Tyr, who actually had a pretty good relationship with Fenrir. So the gods binded Fenrir to a rock with the new chain, and Fenrir could not break it. Knowing he was tricked, he bit off Tyr's hand. This was a sacrifice that Tyr had made for law and order for all of the realms. Okay, now let's transition to God of War, which is probably the reason why you're here. In God of War, Tyr is the son of Odin, and his mother is unknown. Could be the same mother as in mythology, but who knows with that genius Cory Barlog at the helm. Also, Tyr is the brother of Balder and Thor, as well as uncle to Magni and Modi. Being more of a pacifist, Tyr tried to make peace with the Aesir led by Odin with their longtime rivals, the Jotun, following the Aesir and Vanir War. But during the signing of a peace treaty, Odin's true nature finally showed itself for trying to steal their prophecies, and they were cast out of Jotunheim. When this happened, Odin turned to Thor and told him to kill all the Jotun that was in Midgard. Feeling the guilt of what was happening, Tyr helped hide the Jotunheim Tower in the Lake of Nine to help hide the Jotun from Thor's wrath. But Tyr could still travel to the realm of the giants by the Unity Stone. Feeling that he was betrayed, Odin acted on Tyr. But what happened to Tyr? Well, here is what I think happened to Tyr and where he is now. So I know there is a theory going around that Kratos is Tyr. Well, I'm not so sure about this one. Yes, they are both God of War respectively, even though Odin has taken the role of God of War in Tyr's absence. And more than likely Kratos will do some type of good as the God of War, but that is really the only similarities that I see. I think that Tyr is another god in the God of War universe, is not the same person as Kratos. The biggest thing that makes me believe this is that Mimir, our little severed head of mischief, little guy in our belt, has met Tyr. So if Mimir has met Tyr and did not know Kratos, or at least right off the bat, then it is safe to say that Kratos is not Tyr.
Maybe Kratos will take the God of War status in the Norse realm. I highly doubt it, but it could happen. So in saying this, is Tyr still alive, or is he dead? I believe Tyr is still alive. Maybe not well, but alive. In this panel scene right here, you can see Odin with his spear Gungnir, also with what seems to be his ravens Hugin and Munin. Also with Odin is what I assume is Thor with his mighty hammer Mjolnir. Now the figure I want to focus on is the figure below, which has chains on both sides of them. I believe that figure is Tyr, chained up somewhere, placed under arrest by Odin. Kind of like Mimir when he was in his little tree in Midgard. So I think that Tyr is still alive, and he is in Asgard. I think he is in Asgard because what better place to keep someone who quote-unquote betrayed Odin than to keep him under lock and key in Odin's home. So, will we see Tyr in future God of War games? I think so, and I think we'll see him sooner than you possibly might think. So what do you think of this theory? Do you agree, or do you think that I am way off? Tell me in the comments down below, and let's discuss it. And if you like my writing, my editing, and or my thumbnail, I am offering my services to you. Hit me up by email or at shaynestatic.com, and let's discuss it.
My name is Shayne Static, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.